Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna, and today I am not building but redecorating, redoing the new 𝑧𝒂𝓐𝓐 house, which I wasn't planning on doing. If you guys follow the 𝑧𝒂𝓐𝓻𝓻𝓵 challenge, you know that I actually had a bit of a different storyline in mind for Pepper. I recently got an offer from her best friend, or one of her best friends. I think I can call them best friends at this point. I'm not really sure. She hasn't really told me if she's, that close. But let's just assume that these are her best friends. And after her breakup, spoiler alert, I will be talking about some 𝑧𝒂𝓐𝓻𝓵 things in this video. So if you haven't watched my Let's Plays, there might be some spoilers. Just want to put that out there. Pepper, as you guys know, loves mint and has been working really hard, and also recently got married and then divorced because the love of her life, Danielle, decided to cheat on her. And then the house that she was living in just was too small to, I guess, deal with Danielle. There was not enough space between them, and at the same time the house was also not big enough because she just had so much stuff that she had no room for. And since she had a stable job and she wasn't really getting a promotion, but she was getting regular paychecks and obviously delivering really good work, I figured she could probably do with an upgrade. And if she moves in with her friends, she can definitely get a bigger place eventually, after of course she saved up the money. And I thought if she moves in with her friends, the rent will be lower, will be split in 3, and then she can save faster and we can buy like a big old house, right? Because Pepper does love luxury. She loves knowledge, she loves luxury, she wants to work hard, get herself a mansion, live the luxurious life and do all these great things. And then I put Pepper in the house with these 2 witches. They were witches, and I think because they're witches, there are some bugs in The Sims 2, right? Some bugs you can just never fix. You can try some mods, because I know people do make mods, like fixes for it, but it doesn't always work. And even if they do work, I'm sure there's like other bugs that are either the result of maybe a fix or just the result of whatever you're doing at that point. So I put Pepper in that house with the 2 witches, and the game was like, I'm going to crash every time you do something. So Pepper itself is not the problem. I put her in a different house. She doesn't crash during loading. She doesn't crash during visiting other lots. She doesn't really crash at all unless I'm being really wild. For example, in CAS, when you give your sim a makeover in the mirror, when you have to load up a bunch of makeup stuff or accessories, when you have a lot of them, it takes a kind of like I wouldn't say a long time, okay, but it takes a while. And if you're impatient, you just click, and then the freaking game's like goodbye, which it doesn't happen. Could also have to do with the fact that I recently cleaned up my game a little bit. I'm still doing it, and because of that, loading has been a bit better. However, you guys, it's not even a point. But yeah, whenever I went into the witch's house, even just the 2 of them, the game would crash immediately. I can't even change their clothing. It's really difficult for me to do anything with them. I even resorted to making them human, and it didn't work. They still crash. So I think it's just maybe because they're witches. I mean, I know that you can move in with witches, but maybe because they're pre-made witches, or they are just, because I think they're part of nightlife. I'm really not sure if they were like, if they came with nightlife, you know what I mean? Or that they were randomly generated to fit the neighborhood of the 𝑧𝒂𝓐𝓻𝓵. Who knows at this point? Either way, they crash, they crash, they burn. Oh boy, do I not learn. Yeah, no, they're not a thing anymore. So then I thought, what is the next best step, right? What are we gonna do with a little Pepper? So she had some money left, and I spent it all on this big old house and started furnishing it as much as I could. And then eventually, when money kind of runs out, I resort to deleting some stuff and just kind of leaving the rooms as it is. But I think it also makes sense. Pepper moved because she had to. She moved because Danielle and her broke up Danielle ran off. Danielle is carrying her baby. Okay. So there's a lot of things going on with Pepper, and I think Pepper really wants to raise this child despite everything, and she just have a few months to think about it, of course, and get her life back on the rails. Did I tell you guys that no, not Danielle. Did I tell you guys that one, I'm too excited to talk, and two, that Pepper got fired? The car in the garage was not working, and I had to place a door, and that was also just a mess. And then she came late for work, I guess for the third time, and she got fired. And I was like, oh my god, her marriage is down, her friendship is over, she's lonely, she's sad, she's out of money, and now she's out of work. Pepper is just having it rough right now. She's really having it rough. So before I talk, continue on talking and the video is over, I just want to say I put some of the stuff back that we had. So I wanted to incorporate that in the house, and I have done that. We don't have enough money to fully furnish the house, so really, it makes sense too. When you move out, whatever reason it is, if you have a ton of money, you can buy a fully furnished house, or you can fully furnish it. However, when you move out, you don't have much money, your house is going to be empty besides for the bare necessities, which is what Pepper has. Her kitchen is pretty much done. The cats can shit, the cats can eat, and she can eat and she can sit, and she even got some like fishes, which, just unnecessary, I guess, because we don't even have a TV, but whatever. We got the fishes, right? At least someone to talk to when we're feeling sad and lonely about Danielle. And then she has a little flamingo, and we put like the flower thingy that she recently wanted and never has touched ever since. We put that outside on the roof, and then we have, the bathrooms are fully furnished, so I'm happy about that. We have 3 bathrooms, pretty crazy, but they're fully furnished, and I was like, well, it's the one thing I can make it really minty, or at least as minty or more minty than the rest. So I went ham on those. You will see that the outside of the house is not exactly pink, a minty slap in your face, but I think it's also because I learned from the last house. Sure, it's fun to have a bright minty house that slaps you every time you come around the corner. You see it and you're like, oh, just get a slap in the face from the minty colors. That really that really was a lot better in my head, I guess, than how I explained it, but whatever, you know what I mean. Yeah, I wanted to tone it down, and as well, I recently noticed that I'm trying to cramp in like as much information as I can at this point, but I also really, I noticed that Pepper is almost halfway through her adulthood, which made me think that she might have matured a little bit, and maybe instead of just having mint everything, which, I guess it is part of the reason, part of the challenge, but I wanted it to be more subtle, so I decided to add a lot of wide beige with the mint, and as well as the lights. I noticed that a green or blue light, but I'm using mostly green. The green lights give this minty, it's kind of like a minty art, like a minty sheen. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a minty glow, and it illuminates the white and makes it look like it's minty. So it kind of works, and I also really wanted to keep the neon theme running from her old apartment to this one, or our old house, because I do think she likes that. So this house is by no means as minty as I could probably make it, but I was also organizing my mods folder, and I kind of realized when I started to decorate, I don't know if you guys have seen it either. If you have been paying close attention, you'll notice at the beginning, like let's say the first 5 minutes of this video, I have content that I don't have at the last 5 minutes of this game, which means somewhere in between I decided to clean up, and then some of my downloads or mods aren't working and I'm missing minty colors. So it was kind of like, do I really want to go and find out where my minty things are? So look, we're going to just say Pepper's in the middle of it, right? The kitchen, I like the kitchen. It's white, it's minty. And then some of the rooms, like the bathroom, are kind of minty. I have to say, to my understanding, mint is just this really weird in-between color between green and blue. And to me, it looks a bit more green than it does look blue. It's kind of like blue-green or green-blue, which still means it's in between, and there are not a lot of colors that are in between. And then I also think, depending on your eyes, it might just differ for everyone. Like maybe someone sees a black dress, or what was it, a blue dress, but sometimes it looks gold. Maybe mint to one person looks like really green and another person looks more blue. Like, I don't know. So I'm going to give myself some slack here and just say that the bathroom color is minty enough to be minty, but then the bluish tones in the kitchen, like the scratch post and her hair, for example, it's nothing to do with the kitchen, but her hair, that's also a minty tone. It's just different minty tones, or different green blue tones, or different blue green tones. Look, I'm trying to work with it, right? If I had The Sims 3, this would be easy. Just copy paste one color throughout the entire house, which would be, wow, chaotic. But still, that would make it so much easier. But yeah, no, this is all we can do it with, or all we can do with. And just to end this chaotic video, I probably should not record once every 2 weeks, because then I'm just like dying to speak to somebody, because I'm a lonely bitch. Yeah, in the end, I decided to give Pepper a makeover as well. I wanted her to have a bit of a glow up, and then I realized, shit, I don't have money. I don't have any freaking new minty things, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? How about instead of the glow up before, how about we glow her up together? I think Pepper is ready to just glow up. I want her to, right, I also said I wanted her to have like maxed out all her skills, because that's like her wish. I know, really random, but that's her lifetime wish. So I'm going to have this girl work her ass out, get some new clothes, become a whole nother woman, get her house together, get her money together, maybe even start a store, everything she wants. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna also make her drink the potion, the life elixir, hopefully more successful this time. You see me feel with it. She actually was closer to death than, you know, from it, so that was fun. And then we're just gonna go ahead and continue on with her life and hopefully have a more successful life without freaking Danielle. Okay guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this random talking, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.